Boom.
Bam.
Boom.
Shakalaks.
Oh.
I wish I had long fingers. So, yes.
Play the bass?
No, proctology.
Oh.
Like Dr. J.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Bsidesports show here, and I'm your host, Ralph Figueroa.
Yes.
And we're back on another awesome Sunday afternoon.
Yes. No
and
rain.
You know what's crazy? We're ready to have a good time, but something's kind of missing.
Yeah, I know what it is. Underwear.
Oh.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. Correcto mundo.
Ding, ding. Why is it like this? Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, I don't know.
Ding,
Jiggy ding, jiggy ding.
ding.
So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. You guys can find us on all our social media at Bsidesports Show.
Right.
And people have been downloading the SoundCloud and watching us on YouTube. So thank you guys for tuning in. So with that being said, let's introduce what's left of the team, I should say.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Eric J is in the house.
Hello. You?
Hi. Me?
Just you.
You and I.
Do I? Yes, I'm Eric J.
What's up, man?
Yes, you know what? I didn't know if you knew this, but I'm actually the marketing director for Scott Bathroom Tissue.
Oh.
Yes, we're actually launching our new Byron Scott tissue. Yes, it's for LA exclusively. You know, our Byron Scott tissue, it handles the crappiest messes, yet it remains soft. Ding! Sounds right. Sounds like I hit it correctly.
It's better than Scott Peterson toilet paper. That would be that's killer.
Or this one, he can rip to shreds.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon.
What's up, man?
Chilling, man. You know, I had a pretty interesting week. I actually saw Blair Underwood.
What?
I did. And actually, you know what? I accidentally walked in on him and a producer. He was trying to get a part under parts. So Blair was Underwood. And I saw Corbin Burnson.
What? No way, dude.
Yes, I didn't recognize him until his Indians jersey was exposed. And he goes, something about La La. What's La La? He wasn't sure. I'm on the show La La. I don't know what that means. Le Tigre?
Yeah, anywho.
But it was cool.
Man, that's good. What? So family's all good?
Everything's good. My oldest kid, she took off to the Marines this past Tuesday. Tuesday they went. I thought it was pretty good that they came and picked her up early. Other than that, she was actually about to go to the Taliban.
They're like, you guys should have picked her up a few years ago.
Handle her business.
When she was misbehaving, she needed some authority.
She says, I need discipline. My belt wasn't good enough.
That's cool, man.
But other than that, everything's been pretty kosher, man.
Yeah, so...
what's up with you?
No, I mean, good. So...
It's weird, huh? Because, usually at this point, we're like, Shaye Wizzo.
Where's Shaye?
Where is he?
We're missing him.
He's in Vietnam.
He's...
That's what I heard.
He's at the other Nam.
Which
Nam.
They do the games for Pac-Man.
Where all the hungry people are at, apparently.
That would be my kitchen.
No, so he's at that music thing that's going on. It's a real big event. I know people go to it all the time.
It's something, but the Marlon Brando lookalikes or something, right?
NAMBLA. That's NAMBLA. National Association of Marlon Brando Lookalikes.
Nice.
That's NAMBLA.
I want to go there. Everyone has cotton in the mouth and don't look this. Whoa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
You look like a Marlon Brando.
Yes, but on the island of Dr. Moreau.
Marlon Brando and Moreau.
Morongo.
Yes.
Bongo.
You're a Hawaiian shirt away from me, making that happen.
That must be my mocha loco.
Yeah. So Shaye's not here today, but
shouts out to him and props to him, and I hope for a speedy recovery.
Yeah, I saw him. Hope he doesn't come back with PTSD. I was a NAM. They were selecting everybody.
Agent Orange.
So, but yeah, it's been a crazy week though, man.
But you actually, how did your performance this Thursday go, man?
On Thursday, so we did the show over at Tina's Tavern.
Yes.
And it first of all was crazy because it's like, a lot of people were showing. Drakk was actually in the house.
How did you see him? He's always in the back.
Yeah, I know. He was just kind of sneaking around. I was like, oh, there's my ninja.
Yeah.
My ninja.
Vinegar.
So I saw, so Fabian was there, and One Shot, of course, was there.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
They let him in?
They let him in, dude. And trust me, we were trying to get him out.
It's honestly, it's because of people like One Shot that now I want to vote for Trump. He's the reason for Trump votage.
This fool was just like everywhere, bro. He's walking, and then at one point, I'm like, "Look at you, looking like the Mongol patch just falling off. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here." And you look,
Mongol patch.
He just looked and he just started cracking up. But it was really cool, man. So people were there. Tina was really excited. A lot of the locals thought it was gonna be like a open mic. They're like, "Oh, ew, nobody told me about this," and I'm sorry that they didn't get the Tina Tavern newsletter. I'm sorry. I didn't know I didn't know you guys have a forum on Facebook. I didn't know. So people were kind of like very hesitant to even like be a part of it because they're expecting, oh, this is gonna be just just a bunch of random nobodies and stuff.
Right.
So I go up there and right off the bat, dude, the crowd is just into it, and Chueco, goes up first,
Chueco.
and he had a great set. He's having fun. My boy James goes up, and so he's doing his thing, and it was funny because like almost at the end of his set, the microphone goes out,
No.
so it sounded like it was like the tour guide over at the at the jungle ride at Disneyland, and he was like, "Yeah, to the left over here, you can find over here. Here's your exits," and it was so funny. He played off of it while we were fixing the microphones. So he brought a special guest that night. Joe Coy was actually there.
Nice.
So for those of you listeners out there, Joe Coy, if you guys haven't heard of him, then obviously you guys are missing out.
Yeah, totally.
He's been on Chelsea Handler
Right.
and the Chelsea Lately Show, anyways. And then he was Comedy Central. He's
I think
been
he's done like Dumbest Criminals or something
he's
too.
done so many different shows.
He's on all over.
And now he's on the Adam Carolla podcast too. And so it was really cool for him, a guy within the comedy world as big as he is.
Nice. It come down to little.
Yeah, I mean, for him to come down and people were just there was one guy who was just on, in awe, was like, that's Joe Coy, dude. And I'm like, yeah, I know, man.
Nice.
He's like, that's Joe Coy. Like his mind was blown, and that was a great feeling to have. Because people, like I said, they weren't expecting that. They were expecting, oh, this is just gonna be a bunch of dudes talking about farts and wieners or whatever,
Right.
which we did anyways. Thank you very much. No, it was they were having that expectation. And they say, oh my God, it's like these are people that I've seen on TV. And then Eric Blake went up, and he's been on Showtime and Comedy Central as well.
Wow.
So people were just like, wow, and that's I know you guys can't always make it out to the venues, but this is my way of bringing the venues to you guys.
Yeah, they could just go and see a great show at Tina's Tavern. They don't even got to go to the chicken box next door and get roasted chicken.
Which you can, though.
Which you can, too.
It's delicious.
pretty good.
It's delish.
You can lick your fingers and everybody else's.
Or you can go visit the Museum of West Covina, which is 2 stores down. So,
Nice, dude.
No, but it was really cool, man. So, and then Friday, I got a call from an executive producer to go film a project for Larry King's company. Nice. So he has this show that he produces called Collector's Cafe.
It's all about suspenders, right?
It's all about glasses and hair grease.
The Lizard King.
He's collecting bad memories.
Whatever he can remember.
So it's a series where they talk to different celebrities and stuff. And so what they did is they had a military edition of the Collector's Cafe, and it was cool because when I get there and it's one of my GI comedy buddies, Jose Sardui's the host.
Nice.
So it's like off the bat we're like, okay, this is gonna be cool. We're gonna have fun. And it was full on, dude. Like they had to put makeup on me. I
nice.
I
dude.
felt so pretty. So
Puff
pretty.
in the face, the little white dust.
And then it was the morning I wake up. I was like, wait, why did I start singing that while I was there?
And then you realize it's Cosby.
Why did I just wake up? So and it was really cool. So they were doing, and we were interviewing, like a pre-interview, in the makeup chair, and then as we were walking to the set, and then once we got on the set, and it was really cool. So I brought some cool toys that were kind of military related.
Oh, okay.
So hey,
family show.
I have my friend has a collection of STDs. Would you be interested in that? No. So I brought my Robotech toys because that was what growing up in the 80s was one of my favorite cartoons. Robotech, and so I brought especially because they're kind of military. That made me want to join. Like I wish I would have joined the Air Force, but I wanted to join it because I was like, oh, they have planes, and then they when I found out like, oh yeah, only 6 people get to fly planes. I'm like, forget that, dude. Nah.
You know who has an extensive, great collection of military? Drakk.
Really?
Drakk's family has the G.I. Joe sets. He has every G.I. Joe ever made, Sergeant Slaughter including, and yeah, like Drakk was like one vehicle away from actually getting a Purple Heart. He was pretty. And you know what I was gonna ask you? How long, makeup-wise, how long did it take you for the whole makeup thing?
Like only like 2-3 minutes.
Really, so it's like really quick.
It's real quick. They just kind of like make sure that you're not
I always used to have this nightmare that I would get put in makeup, but when I wake up, I'm gonna look like Thriller, like Michael. Like all of a sudden, just my shoulder just kind of hits my ear. Holy man.
No, it's a real quick process. They just make sure that you're not all glistening. Ooh.
Ew.
So yeah, but it was really cool. It was a great experience, and ultimately it went really well. The producer was like so happy and like, this is one of the funniest segments we've ever done. So, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go out there and have fun. So we'll be sure to keep everybody posted. Let you guys know
when it comes out.
it should be coming out in February. They said so. They still got to edit, do all that other stuff. So
during Valentine's.
So yeah, so thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Bsidesports show. And this week it's just Eric J and myself, Ralph, and we got a good show still in store for you guys today. We'll still be doing our trending hot topics. We'll do athlete birthdays. This week we're gonna do, since our partner in crime is not here. We decided to do a sports movie recommendation. Then we'll do our This Week in Sports History. We also have a couple interesting letters that we'd like to read in a segment called Bsidesports Fan Letters.
Believe it or not, we actually got fan mail now.
Yeah.
Yes, that's pretty interesting. I was pretty happy.
Which was cool. And the weirdest part is actually came in the mail. Wow.
It came
old school.
Well, look at where they're coming from, though.
Oh, that's true.
They're not coming from this part of the world.
Wow, yeah, that's true. So which we're becoming international. See that?
That is pretty cool.
Wow.
We're almost like the Olympic Committee, only without rings.
The only rings we got are the Nuva rings. No cheering.
And the anal ones.
Whoa.
No.
So last but not least, we'll do our shout-outs, and then we'll say goodbye. But until then, you guys are tuning in and listening to Bsidesports Show. Eric J., myself, Ralph Figueroa, and we got our producer in the back there, Drakk Spelling.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's move into our first segment. Let's do a little bit of trending hot topics.
Yeah.
Go ahead, hit it, Drakk. Over. Denver's going to win.
Hot air. So hot in here. So hot air.
What if you're so happy in here?
So happy in here?
Yeah, but then it makes sense. But then what happens to Pharrell? He doesn't become happy no more.
Oh, yeah.
He has a bigger hat.
He has a bigger hat to fill.
Yes, a happy hat.
And trending hot topics in NFL news, actually, as well, we're recording right now, actually.
Yes.
The Broncos looks like they will be advancing to the Super Bowl. It looks like they're about to defeat the Patriots.
Well, you got to go like this. And we got breaking news.
Broncos win over Patriots. Heading to Super Bowl 50. Peyton Manning's head is huge. He needs more neck surgery. So, yeah, that's pretty unexpected because New England was playing so well.
Who would have thought?
With Peyton only coming in towards the end after the injury to Osweiler or whatever his name is.
Yeah, Oscar Mayer.
Brocker Wires. Something like that.
Sounds like an electrician.
Brontosaurus. Something like that.
He's the one that makes the Flintstones car tip over.
I think Larry has a little man crush on him. Ooh, don't tell Shaye. Don't tell Shaye.
Yeah, he's not here.
Yeah,
anyways.
he calls him Brachiosaurus or something like that. Some cute name like that. So
Cute.
But this was actually the might potentially be the last game between Manning and Brady. Whoa! Okay, breaking news. They just scored a touchdown. We'll wait to see. Okay, we'll talk about that after. Apparently there's some stuff going on right now. Anyways, this game could potentially, like I said, be the last game between Manning and Brady.
Right.
And this is actually their 17th meeting between the two future Hall of Famers.
They have a pass.
Yeah.
Really? A civil pass? Civil union.
So they're in love. So it's kind of sad to see Peyton Manning, but he's right now he's in the Kobe stages too.
Yeah, of course.
Luckily enough, at least he might end on a good. At least with the Super Bowl
further than Kobe.
Right. So in honor of Brady Manning, 17, I guess, because it's 17th edition of.
It's almost as long as I've been together with my lady.
All right, here's a couple questions. See if you know. Who ran a faster 40 between them?
A faster 40. That would be. I got to give it to Manning.
Actually, you are correct. Ding, ding,
Ding,
ding,
ding, ding, ding.
He actually did, and you wouldn't think that because
He looks all loppy.
he's got a large head too. Well,
Well, he looks like one of those, like a dwarfism, but like extended. Like
Well-
if he was like a Loompa Loompa, he'd be the center of their basketball
it
team.
was said that he, you know how they win by nose, he won by a forehead. So,
Nice.
all right, here's another question: who holds the NFL career postseason record for passing yards?
For passing yard, that would
Postseason,
postseason only, right?
yes.
I'd have to go with Brady.
Brady, absolutely,
Right.
because he will. In fact,
He's been there so many times.
yeah, this is his 10th AFC title game. So
Right.
he's been pretty consistent. That's
And
that's fair
there's-
to say, right?
And there's always air involved.
Oh, now you're going flat on this conversation. Okay, here we go. Who has the most career fumbles between them?
I would have to go with Manning.
Actually, Brady.
Brady.
Brady has more fumbles.
Wow. How many did they say?
He had 111. I don't know how many Manning had. I think he had like 83 or something like that.
No, but after his concussions and the fumbling of his words, does that count?
Not in this survey.
Oh,
but
well.
yeah.
Maybe in the
I
next one.
see how you could have got confused with that. Who's been sacked the most?
That one's easy. My ex. Shouts.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding,
Also,
ding.
my ex. Ding, 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 ding.
ding.
Yes.
I'm going.
They've been T-sacked.
ding, 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 ding.
Uh-huh.
Shouts out to Lipton. I'm gonna go with damn
Brady or Manning?
Brady.
Actually, that is correct.
Yes.
Ding, ding,
ding, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. Which player of them two had their college jersey retired?
That would be Brady.
Negative.
What? HIV or what?
Manning. Manning
Manning
played
got-
with Tennessee. Dude, he was really good. He
Well, I
actually.
remember that. Did he won Heisman?
Do you remember? No, he almost. I think he came in second or third.
To who?
Um,
Todd McNair?
to Dante Culpepper? No, I don't know. But he lost that year. I'd have to look it up. He actually was. We had a good college
I
career.
remember that.
Brady, if you don't remember, back in 2000, he was like the 199th pick overall.
Right. I remember that.
So-
He was like diamond in the rough.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, no bueno. Here's an interesting fact. All right, who was the opposing quarterback
Okay.
when Brady got his first career victory? Who was the other quarterback from the other team?
Do I get a hint? Team?
No,
And you said it was his first win?
his first career win. Yes.
I gotta say, I'm gonna go with Manning.
Actually was. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, actually it was. Okay, now here we go. Who was the opposing quarterback when Manning got his first career victory? This is going to be a good one. If you guess this, man, wow.
You're right.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll give you a clue.
okay.
The San Diego Chargers.
Oh, that's Manning. The quarterback from the Saints. What the hell?
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
Mm,
Ryan Leaf.
Ryan Leaf.
Fudge, I was gonna say that too, man. I knew it was something naturally.
Let's turn over.
I
a
was gonna
new
say
leaf.
River Phoenix, but I don't think him.
So yeah, once again, this is Tom Brady's 10th AFC title game, which he apparently just lost right now. By the way, you know who can't count to 10 though?
Oh, I know. JPP.
Yep, that's correct. And you know me, because guess what? He's gonna have some more hand surgery. Whoa, we were on a roll,
Shout out to
son.
Tretch.
Yeah, I know. So so he's gonna get more surgery. Speaking of fireworks, the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers will meet actually in a little bit for the AFC title, which will now play Denver in the Super Bowl. And this is honestly a game that I think we've all waited for. Two teams with the best records in the NFL, a battle of MVP candidates.
Right.
I mean, what more could you ask for?
I would say Norberto Garrido, who graduated from Workman High School. I don't. He was there at SC with Palmer.
Now he's just drinking Arnold Palmer's. So
Behind Denny's.
you know who trips me out though is Cam Newton. Cam Newton is one of the weirdest cats out there.
He's eccentric.
Especially the way he dresses. You see some of the stuff that he wears,
Yeah, he's like a cross between Westbrook, married Kareem.
and possibly wearing the headwear of one Pharrell,
The
Williams.
big hat, dude.
Yes, he doesn't wear. He once wore a foxtail to a press conference. He had a little foxtail just kind of hanging out there.
Just chilling?
Yeah.
Where was the fox at? And what does the fox say?
Well, it was in some kind of hole apparently, and
My ex. Ding, 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 ding.
or mine.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oddly enough, all three of them, including Cam Newton, all wore capris. Ew. He wears capris. How does that? I don't even drink Capri Sun. It's just too weird for me. And then he wears. So he goes off he goes from wearing cleats to moccasins. It's like, really, dude?
No, that's not. You don't do
Cam
that.
Newton. He recently wore a hat. Speaking of Pharrell, he recently wore a winter hat at that, complete with the pom pom. I mean, this thing was just like.
Oh, the little ball on the top.
Yes, he had a little pom pom on it. You know how much that hat cost?
I don't know.
$360.
Did it come with the cheerleader with the pom pom?
Apparently, it did not. Even though it might have, because it was found under the for women section of the website, though. So,
nah, that's kind of weird.
That's weird, dude.
That's way weird.
That's way weird. You know what's kind of weird early this year that people kind of got caught off guard?
My jeans with the no back pockets.
Speaking of no back pockets, no, the Arizona Cardinals, they made history. Remember this year training camp when they hired a female coaching intern for the preseason.
I remember that.
The Buffalo Bills just stepped it up. And earlier this week, they actually announced that Catherine Smith is the team's new special teams quality control coach.
And she was a Charlie Angel.
Yeah, we're just posing. You guys don't even
awesome.
know. So yeah, man, that's congratulations.
Yeah.
So she's officially the first full-time assistant in the NFL, but she's been around Rex Ryan for a while, so it's not like she just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, she's been with it for a minute now.
So she's been doing, she's put in her work, and she's definitely earned it, and this is a good step. And I don't know how they're gonna handle her in the locker room because dudes don't be walking around with no towels.
She just has to man up.
She's
I think, or woman.
You know who should man up?
Flavor Flav again?
No, Aaron Rodgers. That's who needs to man up. Apparently, he is going to miss the 2016 Pro Bowl due to an injury. I didn't even know having your feelings hurt could count it as an injury, but whatever.
That's why he needed that woman he's engaged to, Olivia Mann.
Oh, there you go.
Olivia Mann up.
Discount double check. You better double check that downstairs, buddy. Well, either way, it's good news for the Raider Nation because Derek Carr will be replacing Rodgers this year.
All right.
So congratulations to him.
He did good.
And congratulations also goes out to Raiders rookie receiver Amari Cooper, who was also added to the Pro Bowl, taking the place of Brandon Marshall.
Nice.
So I don't know if he's injured or not, but either way, I mean, there's those
Raider
are
representing.
Yes, and those are some good quality young players that have earned it. It's not like they were the talk. Honestly, I think Crabtree was a little bit better than Amari Cooper at some point.
But Cooper had more of the spectacular plays and more standout-ish, especially being a rookie.
Well, he had more of a hype behind him,
yes,
so I think that's what it really was. But there was talk also earlier this week that the Raiders are going to renew, or they're looking to renew the lease with with Oakland. So as of right now, they're not going to be moving to San Antonio or anything like that. So
good.
There's talk of them staying in Oakland for the time being. Hopefully, they get a new stadium because they definitely deserve it. This thing is, it's a dump.
You know what would be weird if they did go to San Antonio? Because if you think about it, if you flip over inside out one of their helmets, it's gonna look like Popovich with all the padding.
Speaking of Popovich, in NBA news, Forbes just put out their valuations for the most teams that like as far as how much they're worth.
Okay.
There are 13 NBA teams that are worth over $1 billion.
Oh my
13 of them. At number one, who would you think?
I'm gonna say the Lakers.
Nah, it's the New York Knickerbockers.
Nah, with their top hats and their fancy tuxedos.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling.
Hello, my ragtime gal.
Hello, my popcorn.
Hello, my peanuts. See you on Broadway now.
It's overpriced.
And underplayed. Derek Fisher's not doing a good job.
Not at all. So, yeah, absolutely. the Knicks, number 1. The Lakers,
Really?
good choice or whatever, but they came in second, followed by the Bulls, Clippers, and the Celtics.
The Clippers?
Believe it or not, too. You know what? I mean, they've made some. Look at who's owning them now.
Yeah,
so.
but we think with all that money, they'd have a better logo. It looked like their logo was made by Hasbro.
Don't be so cheap, Clippers. Use the scissors.
Use the force.
So also that came out, the Team USA basketball, their 30-man roster as of right now, who will be competing in the 2016 Rio Olympics. So obviously that squad, and it's the usual guys. LeBron, you got Carmelo, Jimmy
Dwayne
Butler. I didn't see him on the list.
I don't think
No,
so. He's donezo.
but the Heat did have, I think, 3 players. The Golden State Warriors were the most represented with 5 players.
I was gonna say probably their starting 5.
I mean, yeah, exactly. They all are.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Iguodala, Thompson,
Green,
all of them. They're all applying for it. So we'll see what's gonna happen.
Luke Walton.
You still got Anthony Davis. You got
yeah.
Kevin Durant. You got Westbrook.
How about Cousins? Boogie Cousins?
No, but that dude's bad, bro.
He's bad, dude. He's a real deal.
I didn't, until I saw him the other day. I did not realize like how this guy, dude. This guy's a beast, dude.
He's looking at Boogie Cousins. What, he got snot in his face?
Huge, bro. Huge. So we'll see what happens. Steve Kerr, though, made his return to the Golden State Warriors bench after recovering from back surgery. You know who won't be returning to the bench is David Blatt.
I heard.
Did you hear about that? He was fired by the Cavaliers earlier this week. And that's the kind of weird thing that nobody really knows why.
Yeah, and a lot of they're being criticized, actually. The Cleveland Cavaliers are being criticized by other coaches and other organizations in the league, saying that it was unfair.
Yeah, you know who? Pop.
Yes.
Pop's talking madness, too. I mean, it's just not fair that this guy, it seemed like amongst the coaches, was a very well-respected, very liked
big time.
individual. And the fact that it's not like they were playing poorly or anything like that.
Right, and then who are replacing with Ludacris or something, right?
With Tyronn Lue.
Tyronn Lue. It's not even Tyrone, it's Tyron.
It's Tyrone.
Tyrone, like he's a bad king, a Tyron.
Like he black and knees, Tyronn Lue.
He's like a 2 Live Crew type of brother.
But he likes Chinese and chop suey.
Chinese and Oreo cookies?
Something like that. So no, but congratulations to Tyronn Lue. I mean, he's
ex-Laker.
He played with the Lakers for a couple years, got a couple rings.
Yeah.
But then he bounced around the league and got hurt and stuff like that. But as an assistant, he was getting very well known. And for him to have left the Clippers, and move out this way, to take that chance. And people are speculating whether that was the intention to bring him in anyways.
Right.
Because he's very well respected, and it had nothing to do with LeBron. LeBron, openly said, "Hey, I don't make any decisions as far as what the ownership does with the team." And that's not fair that the media kind of just dumped it on
Do you think
LeBron.
he has some influence?
I think he has a little bit. I just don't think they really all meshed well together. I think that's what it really was. The problem was everybody was kind of like on a different agenda. Like there was a story that I read about how the first game that he ever won with the Cavs, and this was it was like they beat whoever, and after the game was over, everybody's at the locker room and they're cheering, and then he comes in, and messing up his hair, and this is his first win as an NBA coach, and he just didn't really seem to care. And he's kind of like, hey, by the way, I've won like 700 games before. It's like, but he didn't understand that this is okay. Where you won your games before don't mean nothing. This is the NBA. This is the best of the best.
Right.
And so, like, I think there was that disconnect with the team at that point, and you could see that, especially during the playoffs last season, especially once they got to the finals, there was just so much confusion going on, and it seemed like there was a battle between LeBron and him as far as like
decision making.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And rumor was circulating around that they were actually changing the plays during the game and stuff like that. He'd call for one thing, and then all of a sudden, I'm not necessarily saying that was LeBron who was doing it, but those are the kind of things that brought this whole thing down. Though
I mean, that was rumor.
Yes.
Rumor. That's Bruce Willis's daughter, right? Rumor Willis.
Rumor Willis. What you talking about, Rumor Willis?
Oh.
In college hoops, though, the Oklahoma Sooners are number 1 for the first time since 1990. Wow, apparently not soon enough. North Carolina, Kansas, Villanova, Xavier round out the top 5. In boxing news, there was some great boxing over the weekend, by the way.
See it?
But Pacquiao did confirm that the Bradley fight will be his last. Everybody like, yeah, we
Yeah,
know.
whatever.
How about Sooner? How about that?
Oklahoma Sooner.
They're number one. But there was a great event last night over here at the Staples Center, as a matter of fact, in which the main event was Danny Swift Garcia, who defeated Robert the Ghost Guerrero by unanimous decision to win.
With the gangsta dad.
Well, his dad's a cholo. The WBC welterweight belt.
It was a good fight.
Left vacant by Money Mayweather, who actually was there.
Yeah, he showed up. He was talking to Eddie Murphy.
He was sitting right in the same row as Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy wasn't even fighting like on I Spy.
He was actually there with his nephew, who happens to be a prize fighter. I didn't catch his name.
Freddie.
But
Freddie Murphy.
Freddie.
I think
John Murphy. Is that the Murphy from RoboCop?
Is it Murphy from Union 76, guys?
So Cuba Gooding was there.
Oh, nice. Gladiator.
Yeah, but they didn't really talk to him. He was in the back. They're like, hey, we don't talk to fourth row celebrities. We talk to the front row here.
He's all, show me the front row.
But what was really interesting was the fight. The fight was really good too. And Garcia just really, he took control with his counter punching. That's where he really nailed him.
Right.
Because Guerrero was the one that was like
He was
kind
aggressive.
of very aggressive throughout the whole fight. And Danny's a lot faster. I mean, the dude's cut. I mean, if you saw the way this kid's built.
Oh, big time.
And he would just kind of sneak in, give him a little jab, give him a little uppercut.
Like a ghost.
And every so often, the ghost didn't see that one coming. That was really weird. So because apparently Danny was too swift. So, but the cholo dad of Guerrero, and he came out full on with his shirt all creased up and his little hat with the little feather.
When I first turned the TV, I saw him on the screen, and I thought, man, American me again? Nah, I'm changing. And
no, Santana, no, don't do it.
Nos estamos juntando.
So, and he was trying to pick a fight with Danny Garcia's dad.
Yeah, can you believe that?
And so during the weigh-in, I mean, they literally almost got down. And so even during the when they're doing the announcement in the ring of, okay guys, I talked to you in the
yeah,
ring.
they're still jawing.
And they're he's there behind the ref, just kind of like, hey, tú sabes ese, te voy a mirar allá atrás ese.
Yeah, it was
come
weird.
Come on. And I'm like, wait, this isn't about you guys right now. This is about your sons.
Yeah, they made it about themselves.
And the ref had to separate them two.
But it was weird because even the announcers were almost kind of trying to like strike up this little war between two like nationalities.
They're like, oh, it's Mexico versus Puerto Rico.
It's like whatever. Then what happens?
You hear the part of the, come on, papi, dale. And then
Ico hueco.
Ico hueco.
Ico hueco.
Ico hueco. Tengo un amigo que se llama Chueco. Ay.
Ay, crooked. Speaking of fighting, did you happen to catch Saturday Night Live last night?
No, I didn't see it, but I heard who was on it.
Yes, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
You know what?
Did you check it out?
I saw some of it. I could have used Holly Holm though, or what was the name? The girl who beat her?
Yeah, Holly Holm.
Yeah, I would have rather get knocked out by her because shit was boring. At least good-looking girl would have knocked me out. You know what? She did okay. It was okay. She obviously you could totally tell that's not her cup of tea.
Yeah.
A little timid. Some of the sketches weren't really had a lot of dialogue for her and stuff like that. But I thought it was cool with the crossover, and probably Dana White was happy about it. He was
the crossover. Oh, I thought we were talking about Jenner all of a sudden. I was like, or EPMD. I don't know.
Allen Iverson. Crossover. But it was good. It was overall. I mean, it was okay. I expected a little bit more out of her, but I mean, she can't get punches, and she's not going to get the punchline.
I was about to say that, dude. I was just like, yeah, she can handle that. So.
She's a punch drunk.
So thank you guys once again tuning in to the B-Side Sports Show with Eric J. and Ralph Figueroa, and our missing partner Shaye Whitey is not here. He's on assignment.
He's the ghost.
He's our ghost right now.
Yes.
He's our little Casper. So you guys once again find us on social media at B-Side Sports Show. Let's move on to the next topic and find out whose birthday will be celebrated this week. Go ahead, hit it, Drakk. We're gonna have a good time. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding. My ex.
So yeah, we're having a really good time because we're just hanging out, having a good time, man.
Yes.
So let's go and find out. Eric J, whose birthday is it?
It's always somebody's birthday. So we're gonna start off on today's date, the 24th. We're gonna start with NFL player Jay Walker. He's actually a quarterback.
Oh,
Yeah, Jay Walker, aka the QB crosswalk criminal, because he's a jaywalker.
is his brother Johnny?
Yes, I think he's Indian because it says red. Also celebrating a birthday on the 24th, we got Belgian athlete William van Dijk, aka the Banana Baron.
Oh no, boy, no.
Willie van Dijk.
He doesn't like to wear pants. Whoa, come on, Will.
It's camouflage. How can you tell?
Come on, Willie.
One eye Willie.
Willie Von Dick.
Willie van Dijk, the Banana Baron.
You're stupid, bro.
Also celebrating a birthday on the 24th, we got Japanese golfer Masaji Osaki, aka the gagging golf geisha.
Oh no, boy, no.
No bueno. Masaji Osaki.
That's
Also celebrating a birthday on the 25th of January, we got Brazilian soccer player Tostado, a.k.a. the burnt ball handler. Tostado.
Or, as I like to call, my uncle.
Hey!
Hey, tío, how are you?
Oh, aquí nomás estoy tostado.
Estoy tostado, mijo.
Un poquillo. Also
Okay,
celebrating a birthday, we also got tennis player Tatiana Golovin, a.k.a. the backhand bimbo. Also celebrating a birthday, we got...
It's better than McLovin, I guess, so all right.
It doesn't even look like you. We also celebrating, we got NHL player Fernie Flamin, a.k.a. Too Hot for Hockey.
He later changed his name to Freddie Mercury.
Because he's a
Doesn't
queen.
really matter if you die.
Oh, no. You do. Also celebrating a birthday on the 25th, we got NHL player Esa Ticklin, a.k.a. Tickle Me Homegirl. Esa Ticklin. Tickle Me Homegirl.
Does she know Elmo by any chance?
No, she knows my elbow.
Oh.
Elbow macaroni. Celebrating the birthday on the 26th, we got NFL linebacker Gary Plummer, a.k.a. the Drano defenseman. He's the plumber.
Sometimes I walk up to a lady and be like, did anybody call the plumber? Because I'm ready to leave the pipe. All right.
All right.
And then I don't know why I did the discount double check, but whatever.
And then she looks at me and she goes, Stefanski?
Stenophilus.
Stefanino? We're in the white pages. Also celebrating the birthday, we got yachtsman Harry Buddy, a.k.a. the Salient Sasquatch Salami. He's a yachtsman. He wears, it's because he had that hat. Dude, the Captain and Tennille hat.
He's
Also-
a yachtsman. That's hilarious, bro.
Also celebrating birthday on the 26th, we got Czech runner Jarmila Crotchville, a.k.a. Funky Town, a.k.a. the Village Pee Hole. Where's the Indian?
They better clean those streets. That's all I'm saying. Village better have some nice street sweeping.
Never mind the back alley. Celebrating a birthday on the 27th of January, we got ice hockey player Hand the Gun, a.k.a. Cold Steel. Cold Steel for real. Also celebrating a birthday, we got MLB player Rusty Meatham, a.k.a. Corrosion con Carne.
Can I get two with asada?
Con todo.
Ponle
Ponle un salsita, por favor.
un poquito, jefe.
That'd be bad if every time you sprinkle salsa, it actually whistled.
Right?
That's bad, dude.
My Cholula.
How would you? That's how you get a taxi. Also celebrating birthday on the 27th, we got NHL player Igor. I don't know if I should say this right. Matushkin. Igor Matushkin, a.k.a. the Hockey Heiny Hide. It's his tush skin. Matushkin. Also celebrating a birthday on the 28th, we got Senegalese soccer player Papa Pion, a.k.a. Pipi Padre. Also celebrating a birthday, we got cricketer player Herbert Studwick, a.k.a. Herbie the Love Muscle.
Herbie the Love Muscle.
Herbie the Love Muscle. The name's Herbert.
Huh?
And also rounding on birthdays on the 28th, we got Dutch soccer player Peter Hoffenspeedo, a.k.a. prepackaged beef.
It's not David Hasselhoff and Baywatch. Is that Hoff and Speedo?
I don't know. I saw him eating a hamburger.
That's a banana hammock.
Shouts out to Gilligan's Island. They
All right, there, little buddy. Move on.
He slept underneath him. Celebrating a birthday on the 29th, we got cricketer Chip Pringle, a.k.a. the Can Chip Cricketer.
I'm fat, single, and ready to Pringle. Let's do it.
You ever seen a tube this big? That's your pickup line. I can make a kaleidoscope out of it.
Pringle.
Also celebrated birthday on the 29th. We got Croatian soccer player Ivan Glasnig, a.k.a. Tinted Window.
Privacy.
I can see out, but you can't see in. Also celebrating the birthday on the 29th, we got Olympic diver Greg Louganis, a.k.a. Never mind the gray glue. It's gayness. It's all I care.
He hit his head once.
Yeah, how did he get his legs by the diving board?
Well, he's a fan favorite amongst his community.
Yeah, we hope. Rounding off birthdays on the 30th of January, we got horse trainer Nick Gassily, a.k.a. the Trotting Tutor. We got pro football player Quentin Nuger, a.k.a. Quentin Tarantino.
Nuger.
Quentin Nuger, the Quentin Tarantino.
Isn't that what's inside of? Isn't that what's inside of a Hershey's bar or a Milky Way or something like that? Isn't it full of nougat?
A big hunk. It's nougat and peanuts.
What's 6 inches and has 2 nuts?
What?
An Almond Joy.
They look like black boobs.
Like on the way to San Diego.
That Tom's Farms. Okay, running off birthdays.
Stupid,
on the 30th, we got cricketer Dickie Fuller, a.k.a. Normal Sausages, please. Dickie Fuller. And
you're full of crap.
but not Dickie. And rounding off birthdays on the 30th, we got cricketer That Wigga Was On One, a.k.a. Kardashian Crack Binge. That Wigga Was On One. And that's it for athletes' birthdays.
Oh,
I do got a shout out though.
All right.
Shout out to my wifey. Her birthday's coming up at the end of the week, and a little birthday shout out to her.
I also want to give a shout out to my dad. Today's his.
Oh, that's right.
He turns 60. He's officially over the speed limit for real now.
Nice.
66 years old.
Shouts out to him and Sammy Hagar.
Yeah. Cabo Wabo. So once again, on behalf of the Bsidesports show team, we want to wish all of you a happy birthday. So with that being said, you guys are tuning in to the Bsidesports show with Eric J. No Shaye Whitey today, but myself is Ralph Figueroa. So let's move on to our next topic conversation. Let's do a little sports movie review.
All
so
right.
go ahead, hit it, Drakk. So, we haven't done this in a while.
Why not, my Clementine?
So, let's do a sports movie review, if that's
All right.
cool.
Yeah.
So, I decided to watch a movie last night.
Nice.
And that I got the opportunity to see.
Which one is
which
it?
I'd recommend. And honestly, and I don't say it just because I just saw it. In the trilogy, I don't count the fourth one as being part of this.
Oh, let me guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go Police Academy.
Nope. Karate Kid.
Oh, nice.
I think part 3 is by far the best one.
Out of all three?
All 3. And then the next Karate Kid doesn't count because that's a whole different character now at that point.
Wait, is that with the girl?
That's the girl. And then who
that's
eventually gets beat up in $1 Million Baby. So that's what she gets.
Nice. Shouts out to Lucia Riker who killed her.
So Karate Kid Part 3, which actually came out in 1989.
Oh, man.
Is the so in the series of the Karate Kids, right? So obviously Part 1 is the development of the character. Part 2,
he fights the skeletons.
right? He fights. Yeah, they're really hungry apparently, so they're just trying to steal them for food, money. I don't know. So then Part 2 Something goes down in Okinawa, Japan.
Right. I think it was the disaster with the tsunami and the radiation.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Godzilla.
Right.
And the oncoming of Kyrie Irving.
Oh, and the drumming set.
Oh, yes.
They shake the drums. Yes. I bought those in Mexico, by the way. I didn't have to go. Yes. Clickers. And clacking.
So they go to Japan in part 2, and then part 3 is where they now return.
Right.
So when they return, it's so it takes place 6 months after part 2.
Okay. Now, are they coming in through LAX or Ontario?
They should be coming in through LAX.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Because I don't think John Wayne was around at that point,
No,
neither was. Oh no, they would have flown into Burbank, and I don't think Bob Hope was really. I think they only had like 2 planes back in those days.
One of them was Jay Leno's.
So in part 3, like I said, it takes place 6 or 7 months after part 1. And the characters, I think, and this is why I really like it, is the development of each character within this story. Mm-hmm. So the story now is where Captain John Reese, which is the sensei for the Cobra Kai,
right?
Remember, he's technically he's the bad guy.
Yes.
Johnny's just these little puppets. Those are all, It seems like it's between the sensei and Mr. Miyagi. That's more of the battle.
Yeah, who has more skill?
Who's the better master?
Master, yes.
Right. So after losing part 1 after part 1, and so the sensei loses all his students. He goes crazy. Remember, he beats up Johnny
and the rest of the crew.
Yes.
And even Lamar, who joined the Alpha,
with this
Lambda.
With his Cobra Kai limp wristed techniques.
Yes.
So he had a different kind of
They call it the crane.
So the characters here, the ones that are involved, and this is all part of part 1, was obviously Daniel LaRusso, who's played by which is
Ralph Macchio,
Ralph Macchio.
or is it Macchio?
Macchiato.
Right. So he's half and half.
Yes. And then there's of course the master himself, Mr. Miyagi.
Or is it Miyagi?
Miyagi.
Okay.
Everybody says Miyagi in the movie. So
remember they questioned him.
He goes, no, excuse me, it's Mr. Miyagi. He's like, oh yeah, sorry.
With the Miyagi.
Oh, he said Mr. Miyagi. Miyagi. You say Miyagi like I say Miyagi. So, which kind of surprised me, because in part 1, I think he violated a few child labor laws. I mean,
he did,
right? Because he was still in high school, and he's making this kid work and build stuff, and wax on and wax off.
Not only he didn't even have permission from his guidance counselor,
right?
Right.
He didn't have permission slips.
Or nothing.
So that's kind of what tripped me out. And the whole thing starts off so now Daniel is moving in with Mr. Miyagi. Because remember, the setup was that the mom was going to go take care of Uncle Louie.
Oh, yes. He was dying or something.
Poor Uncle Louie, he can't breathe no more.
She looks like Travolta.
A little bit.
Right?
A little bit. So so she's staying with him, and so Mr. Miyagi and her have a conversation, and so he's like, oh, you tell Mama that you stay here, And so he gets on the phone, he's all happy. Mom, really? I can stay here, And then it was just kind of like, it's kind of weird at the same time, because it's like, okay, you two dudes are bachelors.
Right.
And I was really interested in whether Mr. Miyagi was going to, be honest enough and, oh, by the way, Daniel-san, I sleep with no pants on. Good night, Daniel-san. You know what I mean? Like, is he going to do, like, be honest?
He goes, apparently his bush is trimmed like one of those bonsais.
He looks bonsai. He's beautiful.
Triangular.
So then, of course, there's Captain John Reese, and he's now broke. He has no students. But somehow he winds up getting a trip to Tahiti.
Because his friend's rich or something, no?
Well, his friend, which is in the character's name, was Terry Silver, who looked like a bootleg Steven Seagal.
Yes.
He had the little ponytail and like the little, and he was the guy that was, he was the one that was going to plot the whole revenge of, I'm going to befriend Daniel, and, we're going to beat him up and this and that. And then here comes one of the best characters, Mike Barnes.
Bad boy.
Karate's bad boy.
Yeah, he's bad, dude. I can't believe him.
And he has a sidekick with him. Do you remember that guy that's always hanging around with him? The guy with and it doesn't matter what shirt he's wearing, whether it's a jersey, whether it's a button-up, he always wears his gold chain on the outside.
Of the turtleneck.
Yes.
Yeah, curly-haired dude.
Yes.
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 He's like a husky dude.
Yes.
dude, I hate that
creepy
dude.
guy. I love them. I was like, how
This is
cool.
like my cousin Fidel.
He looks like Tony Areola a little bit.
Who? Who's that?
Tony Nipples.
Hey, Tony Nipples. You know him.
So just really the character just he wants to beat him to beat his title, and then at some point he's trying to get him to sign this contract, and Daniel's like, no, I'm not gonna fight no more, and no, I don't wanna do this, and then Daniel, let me go back. Daniel meets a girl. He has a little bit of a love interest.
Is it the same girl that was dating Johnny?
It should have been. I don't know what happened to her.
Oh, she crashed his car. Remember she
She
crashed
did.
the yellow,
She
the old
did.
school, that gangster car.
And then she left him.
And then she left him after because she was like, no way, I ain't gonna be a guy with high insurance rates. You go to Eastwood.
He didn't direct this movie.
I don't take that ride.
So she meets the pottery girl. Her name is Jessica. Jessica Andrews, I believe was her name. So she makes, and this is what I tripped out on, because remember their first interaction? Because I'm thinking like when I see him first meet, and they're like, I was like, oh damn, like she's into this fool, and all goofy. He comes in, he doesn't even walk on his heels. He just kind of walks on his tiptoes.
Yeah, his tippy toes.
Right, and he walks in, and then all of a sudden, he kind of like, what are you doing tonight? Like nothing. What about tonight at 7? Nothing. And I was like, okay, there's some obvious flirting that's kind of going on.
Chemistry, bro.
Right? And I'm thinking like, oh, this is going to be cool. Daniel's going to, get his pee-pee touched. All right.
Right, nice.
And then he walks over to pick her up. And this is this is their first date, right? Because that's technically what they're going on. She confesses to him and says that she has a boyfriend. And he lives in a different state.
Nah, that doesn't count though.
And so, but she says to him, I don't want to lead you on, Daniel.
Nice. Did he kick her?
No, but Mike Barnes did.
Nice.
Mike Barnes gave her a little roundhouse, gave her a little Ronda Rousey roundhouse. Wow. Right to her uterus, too.
Just like her opening monologue.
Just dislocated her vagina and everything. Like he kicked her, like he roundhoused her, dude.
I remember that, dude.
So, but this is what's crazy. Look, so they go on their little date. Then after that, they go on another late night dinner. Then they exchange gifts.
What did he give her?
They STDs. I was hoping. I don't know.
Shouts out to Caitlyn Jenner.
They go running together, and not after King Taco, by the way, which usually makes people run anyways. Then hold on. Then they go to a club. So I don't know about you, but that sounds like they're dating, dude.
That sounds like a mad date.
Wow.
They're like like 2 hours away from Vegas.
What a slutty broad, right?
What a putilla.
And that poor vato on, that he's in a different state. He's in a state of confusion. Damn.
He's in Idaho because she won.
Right? But remember, there's one scene. So now this is how friendly they are. They have to go down spelunking.
What is that?
Which is it just sounds like they go right into the hole.
Oh my god!
They get ropes and they have to go inside the hole.
Was there any lubrication involved?
It was dry, bro. It was dry.
Oh my god!
There's a little bit of green shrubberage around there. I don't know if that's a word. Shrubberage.
Tremont green. Tree trunk green.
Tree trunk green.
Nice.
In search of the bonsai tree that was worth $10,000
for a little tree.
A little tree, and this must have been 1989 money, because $10,000 would have set, and this is quote unquote in the movie, would have set Mr. Miyagi up for life. Wow.
But truth be told, he just eats noodles, dude, like all day. Like, dude, I could get like 7 cups of noodles for like $1.
He eats steam.
He's like, you know what he had for breakfast? Air.
I have air for breakfast, Daniel-san.
Oh, in the side of something.
So I like the characters, how each one of them kind of I guess it's Terry Silver's character that I really like, the creepy bootleg
Antonio Banderas.
Banderas Seagal.
Yeah.
Yes. And I like his character because he's got money. Apparently he's loaded. And so he owns a what was it, like a toxic waste company?
A taco? A taco waste?
Taco waste. Taco waste. Yeah, they're parked on Valley. Yes,
Danny Trejo runs it.
They recycle it with the oil. So he does something like that, and the guy's some environmentalist type deal, whatever.
Interesting, and that's funny because at one point he dumps paint.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, and
they're not good.
But for Mr. Miyagi, remember? So what I liked was that one scene when they're fighting. right? So they get into a fight, and he's making fun of Mr. Miyagi, and he's like, "Wah!
Right.
Wah!" So then, boom, they start going at it. First, he takes out bad boy Mike Barnes,
Right.
right? Handles him. Then he beats up
Crease.
Right?
Creasy.
Gets rid of him. Then he has to fight Segal Banderas.
Right.
Beats him, and as he hits the wall, a bucket of paint lands on top of his head, right?
Right.
And then I love Mr. Miyagi's response was, "Whoa!" I was like, yes, take that.
I would have said.
I would have chopped off his ponytail. That would have been me. I would have.
But then he would have lost all his power.
I would have gone all like Dances with Wolves on it, dude. I would.
Looking for Tatanka.
I have a Tonka truck. So, yeah,
Wow.
I think it was a great movie.
I think I would recommend that movie.
And at the end, he doesn't have to fight until the very last fight, and for 3 minutes, he's brutally beaten by Mike Barnes. Mike Barnes was a far superior fighter in this movie.
Yeah, then LaRusso, LaRusso's pretty crappy, basically.
Yeah. Oh, he's awful. He's awful.
I mean, he should have.
He gets beat so fast and so often. So Mike would get a point and then purposely lose a point, win a point, lose a point, you know. And the whole time he's just. So then he does. I thought he was gonna do the crane. I was like, oh, dude, you know. And that was kind of the expectation. Like, but they had already said in the movie, like, oh, that crane technique doesn't work. In
Yeah,
this
the
one.
crane crap. You're gonna beat him with that crane crap?
So instead, he comes up with this other little power move, and he overtakes in that one point because it was sudden death. All he needed was that one point, and somehow sneaks away. He's like the Tom Brady of karate. That's what he is, dude.
Nice.
Except for today.
And that stuff he learns where he's twisting his hand and stuff. I heard that Madonna taught him on Vogue video. He's voguing, and then he hits the nose and he goes, huh, right? Isn't that what he does to him? I want to know who cut Bad Boy Billy Barnes' hair or Mike Barnes' hair. He had like a flat top, but it was like round. Around, but only on top was...
He had a mullet flat top. Is that, is that a little bit accurate?
Kind of mullety flat top.
A mullety flat top. Mullety.
But not extremely long.
No, it was definitely no party in the back.
Yes, it was just like everyone put their hands in the air.
It's like business. The party was in the front, and then the business was kind of like floating around somewhere.
But it was like summertime, so there was not a lot of sales going on.
I don't even know why you're just
because his hair was spiky. His hair was spiky up in the front.
He had a reverse mullet.
If I'd go like this, that'd be talking about Steven Seagalish because it's slicked back. And Miyagi was just like this.
He just had the side. He just had the aluminum siding.
Yeah, aluminum siding, and LaRusso had.
Open poof.
Open book though.
He had the poof. He had the poof, and then just kind of.
He's basically Johnny from The Outsiders,
right?
With karate skills.
Yes, they just put a pajama on him. He's Johnny with pajamas.
He's Johnny with pajamas.
Stay golden there, pony boy.
Yeah, because he has to. Because other than that, he's Black and Blue by Mike Barnes.
But I honestly think it was the best one of the three. It just has more. The cheesy dialogue makes it that much better. Because they're all cheesy in their own way.
Oh, big time.
They're all the cheesy. And even though they try to remake them, which I will, okay. I've tried to see it. And it was okay. Yeah, the one with
Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose. Kiss from a Rose. I don't know, whoever it was.
Desert Rose.
So, I mean, it was good. But I think Karate Kid 3... If you want to get a good laugh and just listen to, and it's just like you start thinking about like, you guys are two bachelors living in a house together, like,
right?
What kind of shenanigans? Like he knocks on the door. Like remember when he's trying to, he's got
a salve or something.
Remember
like
that smelly salt?
Yeah,
and he's trying to fix his elbow or whatever, and he knocks on the door. Who is it? Well, Dick, you guys live by yourselves.
He's like, Dick, you live in a Japanese door. You can see a silhouette of a short man.
I know, right? Unless that is Yoda all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure that's Mr. Miyagi.
Like, hey, is that you, Miyagi? Oh, no, I'm Arnold from Happy Days.
And just closes it. Bomb, chicka, bomb, 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 bomb. Like, so if you honestly, if you guys want to get a good laugh and just enjoy some nostalgic, bad 80s, almost 90s movies. I recommend Karate Kid Part 3. You will thoroughly enjoy it. So, once again, you guys are tuning in to listen to B-Side Sports Show with Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa, with Shaye on assignment. So we're gonna
in Vietnam.
He's in Vietnam. No, Marty. So once again, you guys are tuned in, and we're gonna move into our next topic of conversation and find out what happened this week in sports history.
Nice.
Go ahead, hit it, Drakk.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time. Sometimes he'd get up.
Sometimes I get down.
You know who needs to get up is
Shaye?
the Arizona Cardinals. They are the NFC Championship is going on while we're recording, and it's already 10-0 Panthers.
Oh,
wow! It's in the first quarter, so
get
some scores and get on up on that scoreboard.
open it down.
So what happened this week in sports history?
Yes, sir. We're gonna start off in 1901.
All right.
The first games are in the Baseball's American League are played for the first time. And this is 1901. And a 65-year-old Vin Scully calls it play-by-play.
He's an infant.
He's 65. To date, he's 210.
That's all you hear.
Possums.
He's the pacifier. He's a peacemaker.
In 1913, Native American athlete Jim Thorpe is forced to give back his 1912 Olympic medals for playing pro sports. Thorpe is actually heard later. First you take land, then you take medals. You give me strong whiskey and roulette wheel, we call it a deal. Casinos.
And then we had Pachanga.
Pachanga was born. Pachanga sounds like a Native American cumbia dance. The Pachanga. In 1924, Charles Jewstraw of the U.S. takes the first Winter Olympic medal. And Jewstraw later opened up a kosher food supply for horses, which specialized in ghee. Jewstraw. Ghee. He did have a food supply for horses. He cared. In 1933, the 26th Australian Women's Tennis Open is played, and Joan Butthurst beats Coral Buttsworth in the famous ass on the grass match.
Is Buttersworth there, Mrs.?
But she only runs around like this, dropping maple syrup all over the place. Mrs. Buttersworth. In 1936, the new owners of Boston's baseball team asked newspapers to think of a new nickname to replace Braves, and the number one suggested name is the Boston Peyote Mongers.
It's Peyote Mongers,
a.k.a. the Bow and Arrow Boys, because they were Braves. In 1950, Louise Clapp defeats Doris Hart in the Australian Tennis Championship, and it just goes to show, no matter how much heart you put in the game of love, the clap always wins.
It always sticks around.
Keeps coming back. No luck, Abriva. In 1958, Hall of Fame baseball catcher Roy Campanella is paralyzed in a car accident. And fortunately for Campanella, he was already used to the sitting position.
They call him Chief Squat and Piss.
Because he holds the pouch of pee in his pocket. In 1962, Jackie Robinson, the first black player in baseball, becomes the first black player elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Duh.
Nothing more to say here.
No thanks to the Oscars.
Which I just saw his. They just did this thing on his wife was beautiful.
From Pasadena.
Yes, they were. He went to UCLA, so.
Right.
But it's crazy the stuff that he had to endure as a black player, and back in those days when did you see that movie?
I
42?
did. I did see it, man.
I wish they could bring that style back. Like, did you see how people used to dress? With sports coats and ties and suits and
everybody with the fedora.
Now if you put on a fedora, you look like a jerk. Anyways,
Randy Jones. In 1969, the Buffalo Bills draft O.J. Simpson as their number one pick.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time.
Pretty ironic.
Sometimes you get
got a lot of bills.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time.
We have the Buffalo Nickel together.
Sometimes you get up. What gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time. Sometimes you get up. What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time. Sometimes you get up.
Typical Latino fashion.
What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back to the time.
Breaking news.
In 1987.
Breaking news or breaking wind, but either way. He broke wind.
In 1987, Lisa Strawberry.
He dropped a plunket in the toilet. Okay.
In 1987, Lisa Strawberry files for divorce from her husband, Daryl Strawberry. And her reason? He used up all the mirrors. Because he's cocaine head. And finally, rounding off this week of sports history, in 1987, wrestler Jim the Anvil Neidhart is indicted for assaulting a flight attendant. And apparently, he hit her just south of the mouth. And that's it for this week in sports history. Like Jimmy Hart.
You guys are tuning in, listen to Bsidesports. That was funny, man. It was good stuff. So Eric J, myself, Ralph Figueroa, and our third.
Our third missing.
Our third is still missing.
Our third leg is missing.
Our tripod. So right now we're just a standalone. No. So once again, you guys can find us on all our social media at B-Side Sports Show. So let's move on to our next topic, and we got some interesting letters that we'd like to read out.
Yes.
So we're gonna do B-Side Sports fan letters. Go ahead, Drakk.
You've got mail. You've got mail. You've got mail. You've got mail. You've got mail.
That's a cool little cut.
When I heard that, I was like, when did I get back on AOL? I didn't even remember that. You can find me at comicralph21 at AOL.com. You've got mail.
.org.
Now my mail says mail, Anyways,
it's on www.blacksnakemoan.com.
So we got some fan letters.
Right. So I looked and in my mail this weekend.
Okay.
And I saw that we had some fan mail from around the world, believe it or not.
All right.
So one was actually addressed to you and one was addressed to me.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to read the one that was addressed to me. And this one comes all the way from the Philippines.
Okay.
Believe it or not. So, and I don't think he's very happy for me.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to read it. And here it goes.
Okay.
So here goes. Besides sports fan mail. Dear Mr. Panigay, Arik Jai, what is your purpose for belittling our Filipino culture? It is perplexing and unrespecting for our people and family and friends. When they look at this computer monitor and they see you making funny of us, it is your responsibility and as a father and as a husband that you set a perfect example for the future of all people, the Pope, and more importantly, the Pacquiao family. I appreciating the consideration to alter your comedy and fix whatever problem the three of you retardations are suffering. Thank you. Sincerely, Filomeno Fernandez. Wow.
Wow, dude.
He's pretty pissed
I
off.
think he is.
I wanted to respect him, so I
Okay.
read it in his native tongue.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, he thinks I'm making fun of him, but I really appreciate their words.
that was pretty spot on. That sounds
Filomeno Fernandez
Filipino.
from the Philippines. Wow, man.
Well, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Ralph Figueroa.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
So-
I believe that. Well,
Yeah.
I want to address this and just
Okay.
tell him, sorry, dude. Sorry. The show must go on.
Suck it up, homie.
Suck it up. Suck it up like a straw and drink like a Coca-Cola, a Pepsi, 7-Up, Dr. Pepper,
A different beverage.
a different beverage. Nice.
Horchata.
Orange Bang. Now, you have a letter, right?
Apparently, yes, I do.
And yours just comes all the way from Persia.
From yes, I didn't even know Persia really existed.
But it does. It's there's a prince there.
So
Why don't you read yours and see what he had to say?
Dear, is this?
He really wrote this, dude. I have the stamp to prove it. How would he say it?
I'm really a Persian guy. How did first of all, how did he know where to send it? That's what trips me out.
130 Shoppers Lane. And it arrived. West Covina. Covina.
Oh, so it came here to the B-side shop.
It came to the B-side. I checked it this morning.
So we got to make sure that we're gonna be good to go. We're safe.
Yeah, we are safe.
Right.
We have armed guards.
Did you happen to see this letter before? I mean, is it?
Not really. Because it had white powder in it, and I was afraid to open it.
Dear Figueroa, why is he already yelling at me?
He yelled at you?
It sounds like I felt like he yelled. I'm completely sick of it. The way you sit there and make fun of our language and speech while the three of you just shake your big bellies of laughter. How dare you? Castration should be cast on your penis, friends. What? I wish they would hook tie your testicles and allow a kosher baby lamb to stomp on them.
A kosher? Did he say a kosher baby lamb?
A kosher baby lamb.
To stomp on what? On your testicles? Hog-tie testicles.
Bsidesports is not great. Why? It is. Ralph, Eric, and Shaye are equivalent of a Mongolian born with 3 testicles. That's pretty bad, dude. And guess who the 3 testicles are? Oh, man.
She's not even here today.
Damn.
Drakk has to take his place.
They should hang you and allow you only for deformation people for the raping of imams. Wow.
Did he say the deformation people?
Yes.
What's a deformation?
Those are people that are apparently not in formations.
They're deformed. Deformed people to take advantage of our anus?
I forbid you to continue such banter or I will make sure you feel curvy Sinbad sword up your ice hole.
A curvy Sinbad sword?
Yours truly, a la Oxenfree.
What's his name?
A la Oxenfree. Well, allow me to retort. I don't appreciate you putting on Axe body spray when you haven't showered all day, so I leave it with that. Okay, no.
Dude.
Yours truly. He said truly though. Yours truly, a la Oxenfree.
A la
Oxenfree. So, you know what? We're making a little bit of impact.
We're making some noise
around the world, and yeah.
Well,
at least they didn't say yourbom.com. I'm like, whoa, that would have been cool, you know.
Geez, and I thought Donald Trump was really making a stir of things. I think we're on a good one.
Wow. So yeah, I'm still flattered. Thanks. Thanks, a la Oxenfree.
And Persia and Filipino Fernandez
in the Philippines. So
Manila.
Yeah, you guys feel free to send us any.
Keep sending the letters.
Yeah, we'll gladly read them. So
yes.
You know, try not to use any foul language or anything like that. But I know you want to, and apparently wanting to rape our anuses, I guess.
With Sinbad swords.
With Sinbad swords.
Curvy one.
Curvy. I've never had anything stuck in my ice hole before, but I'm just trying not to. I performed at the ice house, not in the ice hole. So
that's in the alley.
It seems a little cold in there.
Is that where LaRusso got the bonsai tree?
He went into the devil's cauldron butthole.
The only thing cold about the man.
Is that it looks like a leather Cheerio. Wait, what? A leather Cheerio?
A helmet from Leatherheads.
So thank you guys for tuning in to the B-Side Sports Show. Today we just have Eric J. and myself, Ralph Figueroa, with our homie Shaye Whitey fighting the war.
Fighting the war against himself.
In Nam.
In Nam.
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 Nam. Nam.
He's Nam nuts. He went crazy over there. You're calling him Nam nuts.
So let's go into, you know what, dude, we had a great episode today, just the two of us. So let's close out and let's do some shout outs and let's call it a day. So with that being said, let's go ahead, hit it, Drakk.
Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on.
I'm talking to you.
Vamonos.
So once again, you guys have all been tuning in to the Bsidesports show. And Eric, what do you got for shout-outs, man?
Shout out to the man upstairs for allowing me to come and have some good times here with you and Drakk and Shaye when he's here. But right now, the better team's here. Shout out to all our friends, our viewers. Keep tuning in, keep supporting. Shout out to my 4 golden girls. Shout out to my wifey again. Gonna be celebrating her birthday this week. And actually, this week I'll be attending the Oscars.
Oh, really?
And actually, I'm gonna be attending the Oscars with a special guest. Actually, he's gonna be next year's host. In order to try to fill the fix the gaps between black and whites, they're gonna have a next year's host is gonna be David Spade. Just gotta reach both audiences, and only David Spade because Jack Black was wasn't available. So that's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be fun.
Yes.
So for Shaye, I know he'd always give a shout out to the B-side,
Yes.
the family. So once again, you guys can find us on the B-side channel.
B-side channel.
So and that's great because there's some shows going on almost every day of the week. So we got the B-side show on Mondays. They got the forum,
The relevant.
the relevance. Obviously we got
That
us.
movie with with Leo DiCaprio.
That's where irrelevant. Oh no, that's my career right now. Anyways, so yeah, you guys can always come over to the B-side shop over here in the beautiful city of Covina at 124 Shoppers Lane. Is that correct?
What is it, Drakk?
130 Shoppers Lane. I was off by 6. You know who's off by 6? The Cardinals right now. Anyway, they're losing, by the way. So yeah, once again, you guys can always find us here at the shop, and be sure to ask around and tune in and listen to the rest of us. So I'd like to end and just obviously give a shout out to Marisela. Thank you for everything that she's been doing, putting the business together. Larry Cabrera for keep doing those memes.
Yes.
I was just talking to him the other day, by the way, and we're gonna see if we can get him in here.
Oh, nice.
He wants to be one of our guests. But next week we'll have a special guest. We're gonna have an up and coming boxer who's making his pro debut pretty soon over at the Orange County Fair, as a matter of fact. So we'll get some more info on that, and he'll be here next week as a special guest.
Can I ask? Is the boxer's trainer going to be here?
Yes, he will be.
Is it the dog whisperer? Isn't that kind of a boxer?
Come here.
Fido.
No, so we'll see. I don't know. I think his whole camp's going to be coming out. So yeah, there's a bunch of good people. So shout out to the GIs of comedy: Tom Tran, Jose Sardui, Key, Jody, all you guys, man. So look forward to working with you guys. Like I said, just ran into Jose the other day. I want to give a shout out to Tina's Tavern for hosting us the other night. Tina and the rest of the bartenders all were amazing. You know, we had a great crowd, good turnout. Fun audience, and of course we'll be back there. Like I think February 18th will be our next show. We're gonna do it once a month there at Tina's Tavern. So thank you to everybody, all the regulars that hang out at Tina's Tavern. They're like, hey, what kind of stuff are you doing? I was like, hey, well, I'll give you guys a shout out if you guys tune in to the B-Side Sports Show. So they'll be tuning in. Carla Cherry and Larry King, thank you guys for having me on your show this week, and I had such a great time being able to do that. And those are the things that we're trying to get away, and start doing, is getting out into the Hollywood scene and hanging out over there and being able to do some of their projects. And so we were talking about writing and stuff like that. Some of the cameraman's actually he lives here in Covina. So I'm gonna see if
he's probably at 124 Shoppers Lane.
He's probably at 124, right?
That's what you meant.
He's. I think he said meet me at the World Deli. So I was like, all right, let's go hang out there, man. So let's conquer the world, he said. I'm like, oh, that's what he meant. All right, that's what he meant. Shout out to Big Gene, the homie, to the Handsome Devil comedy fans for coming out supporting. You know what? I want to give a shout out. I want to bring them out here one of these days. It's another guys that have their own podcast called Dude Chat Bro, and these 2 Filipino cats. Nice. They're cool, man. Philip and
Pino.
Chris.
Oh, Philip and Pino.
Chris Dalo. So they're really cool dudes. You guys would really enjoy hanging out with them. So we'll invite them on to the obviously to you guys, the sports team. Even though Shaye's not here, I already missed this little son of a
little sucker,
little son of a
critter, my little vanilla bean boy.
To Drakk spell in the back, and of course you, Eric, and to all the B-side family, and last but not least to everyone that keeps continuing to repost, share, listen, download, and just basically encourage us to keep doing this out there and off social media, our friends,
Right.
our family. You guys are the reason why we keep coming in here on a Sunday to have fun and enjoy life. So we'll be back next week. We'll have our special guest, so stay tuned, everybody. With that being said, on behalf of Drakk Spelling, Eric J, and myself, Ralph Figueroa, we want to say peace.